There was only one road back to LA. US Interstate 15. Just a flat-out high-speed burn through Baker and Barstow and Purdue. Then onto the Hollywood freeway straight into frantic oblivion.
That was some of the dumbest drive I have ever seen in my life.
Today, we are getting everything out of this garage and into my new storage shed. All right, we are inside the new Suncast shed. This is what it looks like on. I have the cover plates for the two boxes in the ceiling ready to get painted matte black. I know the lights up in the ceiling are white, so it doesn't really matter, but these will probably show up a little bit more. So let's go ahead and paint these guys black and the screws. Alright, we have the next part of the garage makeover puzzle here, and this is the Casa app-based TP-Link Wi-Fi outdoor plug. We do have two of them, one for the outer square, one for the inner hex. We're going to go ahead and get those programmed up here in the Casa app real quick. Okay, we have one smart plug plugged in right here and one plugged in over there. That's another thing, you can't fit two of these in the same outlet. They hit each other due to the cord. You would have to have some kind of extension thing. But we're going to go ahead and go into the Casa app, click add device, and it is a smart plug. They're orange and green. There are two of them plugged in right now, both flashing orange and green. Let's go to the top one here. Go ahead and connect it to Wi-Fi. It wants you to be on the same Wi-Fi network, so it is now connecting this guy. I see it turn green over here on the plug. It is connecting, and then we will name this either outer garage square or garage hex. Then we'll put them in a group called garage hex lighting on Alexa. And the light is still flashing orange and green on the front. And we did get a prompt on the phone to connect to the device. We went ahead and said yes to that. And it's asking for the Wi-Fi network and the password, which I did provide. And you have to be on the same network on your phone when you configure this, or your tablet. And here we go, garage hex lights. Now all we have to do is be helpful to label these. So I'm going to grab my labeler real quick, and we'll do that. We got our label maker. Let's go ahead and set this to uppercase, garage. And let's go garage square. There's garage hex. And these guys are ready for install in the attic. Okay, we have successfully added the smart plugs, and now we have smart control over our garage lighting. So let's turn off the hex lights. And we can see we can just go with these if we want to. We can turn off the square lights and just turn on the hex lights. And now all we have to do is go into the Alexa app and make a routine called garage lights. And we can turn on both of these at the same time. Back here in the garage, and we have added all of these lights to a group called garage lights. So now we say, Alexa, turn off the garage lights. And they all go off except for the middle one, which is controlled by the garage door opener. Alexa, turn on the garage lights. And they are all on now. So this part of the project is finished. All right, we're gonna pull the Model S Plaid out into the driveway and cover it up, and then start touching up our paint up here on the ceiling. That is the last step of the painting process. So let's get this thing out of here. right, we are out here in the Supercar Street Racing garage, wrapping up this part of the garage makeover. And the first thing that we see that we have done in the garage is we successfully painted the entire garage black, including the ceiling, because I saw that look online and it's something I really liked. So I do have pegboard on the wall. I did leave the pegboard. The only thing we need to do now is go and order a Supercar Street Racing banner for this side of the wall. The goal of this garage is to have nothing on the walls whatsoever except for banners. So you can see what we did. We painted all of the walls and all of the ceiling black, including the speakers. I did leave the recessed lighting white because I didn't want to deal with painting those, and you can barely tell anyway. And that is the first part of the makeover. The second part of the makeover was done earlier, and that was the little garage electrical reel. That was done a while back. We also then put up the garage hex lighting, and we did successfully run the garage hex lighting to 2 smart plugs where now everything is controlled smartly online. And also we removed the little track spotlighting that was here because we had an issue with power. We were putting too much power on the circuit that's in here, and so I removed that light, and I also removed this regular light from up here to decrease the energy consumption in the garage. As an earlier part of the makeover, we also put this nice smart LCD dimmer switch in. Even though these guys right here are smart, we do have this little LCD dimmer switch on here. After we painted the walls black, and by the way, the windows in the house are all getting replaced in 3 weeks. We're waiting for them to be delivered. We also went ahead and painted a red stripe on the top, and I tried to match the line of the bulkhead up here, whatever that's called, the beam or whatever runs across there. And I did paint a red stripe all the way across to the other side. Also part of the garage makeover, we installed these recessed smart lights that are all controlled by Alexa. Oh wow, I didn't wake it up. So these are all Bluetooth controlled. So they all are linked to a device via Bluetooth, and they are available to change colors and everything like that. The last part of this section of the garage makeover was that we moved everything out to the new Supercar Street Racing storage shed. Getting everything off of these walls was a priority for me, and so that was the next move. Everything that was in here went out to the new shed. So for the last part of this makeover, which is not going to happen for about 4 to 6 weeks, I have ordered a new garage door, and that type of door is a surprise. So you will not see it until we actually get it installed. It will be replacing this door. It is a much, much better door than what we have now. And also going in is a jack shaft mounted opener, which will eliminate this guy and eliminate this track that runs overhead for a much cleaner look, and also the ability to do more on the ceiling. So the garage door is the last part of the SCSR makeover until I redo the floors, which is going to happen. I need to repaint these floors completely now that we don't have anything in here. So that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. There should be a couple more parts to it, so stick around, and we'll see you guys again next time on Supercar Street Racing. Guys, we're in the Supercar Street Racing Studio A today for something special. I've got a product right next to me here that's going to enhance the studio. I just have to figure out how I'm going to install it. It's sitting right here next to me, ready to be unboxed. We're going to get to that all today and a lot more, because we're about to have 200,000 subscribers on the channel, and today we're celebrating that as well. Let's get this product looked at and unboxed today on Supercar Street Racing. right, guys, we are back in Studio A again today for something special. Lumery sent us a couple of these 16-foot rope lights to mess with. One of them I'm putting out in the studio here. The other one will go inside of the house on a new project I'll be working on soon in there. But for right now, my plan is to put this over here on this wall, and just to give that wall some light. There is no light over there whatsoever, and when I shoot this way, there's not really anything interesting. So I'm trying to figure out like a pattern or something to do with these, but I think I am just going to make like a just up and down pattern until I run out, and I don't know how long that is. It's 16 feet, so these are a foot each. So what we want to do is probably do 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 to do 16. So let's try that. Now directly inside the box you can see everything that came with the Lumery Smart Neon Rope Light Kit. It did come with a remote control right here, so I can add another to the 1000 that I already have. It came with these cool 3M sticky tape things, so you don't have to use the screws, and I can't use the screws on my wall because it is made of styrofoam over there behind the sound deadening material. They give you these little mounting things, so what they want you to do with these is stick these on with the 3M tape and then put your rope light in here. Now we don't need to put these all the way around the wall, because you can see here in between these little foam tiles, this light will kind of stay in on its own. It only needs a little bit of help. So I'm going to use the 3M tape. I'm going to come up with a 4x4x4 design. We're going to get power actually behind this TV. There is a power up there, and we can hide the power wires nicely inside of the foam tiles, which I've done before. They fit kind of right between them, and I really like that. So let's go ahead and start figuring out our pattern here. So I have the 3M sticky tape things, and I have our little holders here. Here's our actual neon rope light, and we do have a power adapter and a controller. If we did these 4 and started right here, I think that might be the ticket. So you just peel off these little sticky backs, and then you put them directly on the back of these little U-shaped holders. And I'm gonna put one right on the end of this. I'm just putting a little pressure on it to keep it in there. And now here's the end of the strip where I'm gonna put it in here. It went right in the clamp. I'm gonna do that again in the center, which I should have had these ready ahead of time. Yeah, I should have done this ahead of time. Not very smart planning. And it's gotta make a turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. They fit right in those little clips, easy. All right, I'm gonna get a bunch of these ready ahead of time, so I don't have to do this on the fly while I'm holding their light. And I didn't do what I thought I was going to do. It's a little trick I found that works better. You can get the paper off of the sticky thing easier if you do it on the pack, not taking it off the package first. So we are completely done with mounting this rope light. All we have to do now is do power for it. This is our power brick, and I'm gonna put the power brick behind the TV. I have plenty of power up here like this, right here behind the television. I'm just gonna power it right there, and then I can hide all the wiring up here behind the TV as well, and the controller. And then our other wire just needs to be hidden in the foam. So basically I'm gonna run this wire behind the foam, up and around to the controller. Just like that. and it is hidden. After all that, all we have to do is tie our wires up behind here really nice, up behind the TV there, but we can go ahead and connect it and see what it looks like. There's a 3-prong connector right here. You can't get it wrong. It's keyed, so you can't break it. There's no way to possibly break it. And then let's power this up. Man, that's cool looking. Okay, wow, that really adds a lot to the side of the room. That's pretty cool. So let me grab all the stuff to do the wire tying and we'll start from there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and tie everything up back here now. Just put a zip tie around this and we'll be done pretty much. There's not a whole lot really to do to tie this up. Our controller is also gonna be back here and you can stick it to anything pretty much. Looks like a big S. It's kind of cool. Everything is tied up now. Okay, we're recording on both the phone and the GoPro now. We opened up the Lumery app here. I have to sign in. You guys can't see this part. And here are all smart devices. We're gonna add a new device. It says it's being added. It says it's done. I'm gonna edit the name, Studio A S Lite. And there we are, we're done with it. Now, here's where you can tell it to either be color or white. You can just do a color. We did just switch it to red. I'll let you guys get a view of the light. Now you can do segments or you can turn off segments. Let's look at a scene that's just kind of breathing. That's called Island Blue. This is Glacier Express. I use this behind my fridge all the time. Hut in the Snow, Firefly Night, Northland, Grasslands. That's very cool, man. Dream Meteor. All right, guys, let's take a look at the remote now. All right, here's the included remote with the Lumery. Let's see if it did come with a battery or not. It did not. It needs 2 AAA batteries. It did not come with them. I will have to go grab 2 batteries now to test this remote.
3 hours later.
All right, guys, we were able to go ahead and get some batteries put in this remote. It uses AAA batteries. I wanted to show you guys the remote and the functions. The first function on the upper left is the power button here, right there. Next to that, we've got the scenes, play, pause button. Then after that, you've got this round dial right here, and the left button is brightness and K-scene speed. The right button is brightness and K-scene speed. The top is previous scene. The bottom is next scene. So mode is next scene, mode up is previous scene. Down at the bottom, you've got R, G, and B light, warm white, and cool light lights. And then you've got this auto button. Auto button means auto scene cycle. So that's what it is set to now. And it's doing this really cool, just fading off and on with a multicolored on the entire LED. So that's the remote, guys. It's handy, I guess, to turn it off and on if you don't want to use the smart features of the device. But if we hit this next scene button right here, see how it went to the next available scene every time I hit the bottom button? Pretty cool. This is gonna look good in the background when we shoot videos. So I'm just cycling through the scenes now so you guys get a good idea. And I put it back in auto just now. So that's a look at this device and the remote control, how to mount it and all that. Let's take a look at this on Amazon real quick now, right here on this PC. Welcome back to Studio A. I don't get out here very much anymore because I like to be inside so I can get to my regular job while I'm recording. But we're out in Studio A today, checking out the Lumery neon rope light. Lumery was so kind to send me 2 of their neon rope lights. They are both 16 feet long. And as you guys just saw, we installed one right here in the studio. It's sitting right next to me, right over here, looking so amazing. And I cannot help but love this light. I like all the scenes. It does AI stuff, it has a ton of different scenes. You can turn individual segments on and off, and you can brighten and lower the brightness of individual segments as well. We installed one directly right over here in the Supercar Street Racing Studio A that we are sitting in right now. and it looks amazing, and I'm going to shoot a lot of video with that as the backdrop. So I'm trying to get more lights for that way, so when the camera's looking back that way, there's something in the background that looks really cool. Now this thing's awesome. It does come with a remote control. I've got it sitting right here, and I showed you guys this and how to use it on the video. It also does come with mounting hardware. You guys saw what I used. I mostly did not have to use a lot of these because of the way the mounting is, but it does come with these cool little U-shaped clamps that you take, and you can either screw them in something or you can use their included 3M tape. It comes with a whole thing of 3M tape right here that you guys can use to stick these U-shaped clamps on anything you need them to. Now, Lumery also recommends that you build like cool designs and stuff out of it. You can actually make this into cool. If you can come up with artwork, I'm sure you can ask AI or ask online how to come up with some artwork that is in one straight line. Like this eagle is one line. So you can do this with just one set or two sets of LED rope lights right here, this cool eagle. There's actually a cool and warm white setting on it too. If you just want regular white light, it does cool and warm white lighting. It has 4.4 stars of review. It has 100 LEDs per meter, I think that is. It does music sync, and it is 16.4 feet long. Mostly good reviews. This guy had a bad set of lights. I don't really count that as that's a one-off. But mostly good reviews, up at 4.4 stars, so they are getting decent reviews as well. So check that out. You can get a 5% coupon on 2, 8% coupon on 5, or 5% off a qualifying purchase with the code that is on the screen. I will leave a link in the description to the Lumery neon rope light that we installed so fly and so fresh on my left right here. You guys saw it. It looks awesome. I'm super hyped to put my really good camera right here and shoot back towards, now that we have some lighting back here that we can highlight back here towards the TV. Now the TV just really needs like a backlighting, so maybe I'll look for something to do that with behind the actual television right there. But that's gonna do it for us today. It's Sunday. I'm really trying to chill today and not do too much work because it's hours and hours of editing and shooting usually. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get outside where it's 105 degrees.
Okay, we're about to go. You have to tell me when.
Bon voyage. Oh my God, she's insane.
Whoa!
You're crazy.
Girl!
I told you it sucks.
Oh, the plunge at its finest. Oh, you need way more than this towel. You need to take that damn shirt off. You need to take that shirt off.
That was crazy.
I am so proud of you. Oh my God.
Out here at SNS. Down pipe footing. There it is. Get some video underneath the car. Exhaust system. Yeah, so these guys are installing the circuit works down pipe. They had some issues with it, but looks like they finally got it tightened down. Got the 335i and 55 down pipe installed. Just some quick impressions. The sound is awesome. Sounds really good. Obviously have not tuned for this yet, although you don't really tune for a downpipe. I mean, you could tune for increased exhaust flow, but you know, obviously there's going to be some power increases just by putting it in without that restrictive catalytic converter right there. So yeah, I got the circuit works from eBay. He had some problems getting the V-band on. Said that it was a little bit tougher than normal, but he eventually got it on about an hour and a half time. So I definitely recommend the Circuit Works 335i N55 downpipe to replace this restrictive catalytic converter. We'll see you guys on the next one. Today we are in the Supercar Street Racing kitchen, and we have been blessed with a couple of cool products from Mighty Cleaner. They did send us the extra large chamois towel and another extra large chamois towel, 2 colors. One's in blue, one is in a brownish color. And today we're going to go ahead and get these things open and wash my sister's car that's across the street over there and make it look better and test out these chamois towels. Let's get going on Supercar Street Racing. Back on Supercar Street Racing, we have another sponsor today. We have the Mighty Cleaner extra large chamois towels here, highly absorbent. You can see their website right there on the side. There's some nice directions back on the back. So what we are going to do is go see that we have all the proper stuff to wash my sister's car, which is parked across the street at Rich and Trisha's house. And then we are going to proceed to wash her car, and we're going to use these chamois towels to dry it, and we're going to follow the instructions on the back when we do that. Now, the first thing you're supposed to do on these is warm water them for 5 minutes. You're supposed to soak them both in warm water for 5 minutes and wring it out. You're supposed to wring it out a lot to avoid sticking to your car's paint, and when you're finished, you wring it out again. On out to the Supercar Street Racing shed and make sure that we have a bucket and some car wash. All right, so we just got done washing my sister's car. She's checking out the chamois towels. She's taking these home with her because I don't wash my car. But now we have to put the towels up. There's specific instructions on the back. Once we wring them out, we have to fold them lengthwise, roll them up, and then insert them back into these plastic tubes for preservation, I guess, you know, so that they'll be good again next time it's time to use them. So if that one's wrung out, all she has to do is fold it lengthwise and then roll it. That pretty easy?
I think so. I'm fixing to try it.
Okay. Let's see. And then it should just go right back in this holder. Pretty cool. And those are going home with you.
Yay. Oh.
Did we roll them the wrong way?
What happened?
We rolled them the wrong way.
They said lengthwise. And then like this.
Yep, that's it, because that's tall enough to fit.
Nope. And then...
One more. And then the lid just pushes right over it. Well, I don't think... Oh, perfect.
See, that one's going to work. How'd that happen?
So now, that's the... I guess that's the right way to do it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, that one's going to go perfect.
Yeah.
That one seems bigger, the brown one, but it's the same. Extra large. Now those are going back to Mississippi, and then now we'll go take a look
So happy.
at those in the studio online and see how you can get your own chamois towel from Mighty Cleaner, who was generous enough to send these for free to the station. Hey guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing in the 4K production studio. And let me just start by saying it is absolutely pouring outside. So you might be hearing the background noise because the mic can definitely pick that up. But today we got the Premium XL Chamois Towel for the car. It's a 2-pack. This was generously given to us by Mighty Cleaner to go ahead and check out and test with you guys. And you do see that I went ahead and washed my sister's car with the chamois towels. Now, part of the process of using the chamois towels is that you have to warm them up first. So you get a bunch of hot water or warm water and you put the chamois in there for 5 minutes. Then you wring them out, then they're ready to go, and that is every time you use them. I believe you have to do that. And looking online right here, you can see we have the XL chamois towel in 25 by 34. Here is a good picture of it right there. You can see it is from the company Mighty Cleaner. And then here it shows you the absorbency, and I did notice it was very absorbent on my sister's car. I only had to wring it out 1 or 2 times for the entire car. You can see right there it's extra large, and you actually probably could dry the whole car in one go. I did wring mine out a few times though, and I probably didn't have to. This thing is totally safe for your car's paint and won't scratch it. It is very soft. And right here you can see it's easy to use, doesn't leave lints, just keeps going and going, and you just keep drying your car off with one big towel. Also good for interior of your car, it says. I didn't think about using it in that way, but apparently you can use it on the inside too. And it lasts for years, hardens if left to dry, and should be stored in the case to keep it damp. My sister asked that question. What about the fact that it still has water on it when you put it in the case? It has to be wet, otherwise they turn into like a hard rock. Right here you can see it works for boats and trucks as well. I can see where it would be great for a boat to keep it on board and keep things dry and wring it right out across the side. These towels have a 4.6 star review. They're $22.95 right now, and you get 2 towels for $22.95. And like I said, Mighty Cleaner was generous enough to give us these to review for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. Now we're going to play a little video for you from Mighty Cleaner. All right, you guys can hear the thunder in the background. It is really pouring outside still in Supercar Street Racing headquarters, and that was the Mighty Chamois Towel, Premium XL Towel for your car. Please go down to the link in the description to order yours, and thank you so much for the support for Supercar Street Racing. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.
Ah, look how pretty. So sweet couple.
Yeah. So there's my dolly. Stop.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Sane Logic mini chainsaw. That's right, it's not the Insane Logic, it's the Sane Logic mini chainsaw we have right here. And this is actually a gift for Mr. Dukes of Duval. Oh, hey guys, I didn't know you were in there, but today we're going to be taking a look at this Sane Logic chainsaw that was sent to me by Sane Logic to review for you guys. Let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing once again, where we have the Sane Logic mini chainsaw. Sane Logic was kind enough to send me this chainsaw in order to take it out, take a look at what's included in it, and show you guys how good this chainsaw can be. And once we look inside the box here, we do see the main brushless Sane Logic chainsaw here, looking so fresh and beautiful. I like the color blue. And it looks like on top, I don't know what that little, oh, that's chainsaw oil right there on top. And right here, right now, we have the off, yeah, okay, we'll have to come back and see what that does, but I think it locks and unlocks the actual head there so you can turn it. And then, of course, we have the battery connector down here at the bottom, but we will take a look at all that stuff here momentarily. And right here inside the box, you also do get 2 gloves for free. You've got the Sane Logic battery, and it doesn't indicate whether it is 21 volts, but right here on the packaging, it does say it is 21 volts. And then right here, right now, you have an extra chain for your chainsaw. You have some safety goggles. You have the plug there for the wall outlet. And you have this little bottle here, where assuming you would have to add oil to it, you could use that. And now let's take a look at the instruction manual and see what it says. Alright, taking a look at the manual, it doesn't say much about oiling the chain or anything like that, but it does explain to you inside the manual how to loosen and tighten the chain, and also how to change the chain when you need to. And the loosen and tightening devices are right there on the side of the chainsaw. Up top there is the oil bubble and where to add oil, and then right here on the side is the lock. And the trigger after you unlock it is right there to operate the chainsaw. Now let's get these batteries ahead into the charger and see how long that takes for those to charge. So let's bring those inside. We are inside now with the chainsaw charging station, is what we'll call this. And we can just plug it in here just like this and see how long it takes to charge the batteries. The other chainsaw that I reviewed did not take that long, but it plugs right into the back of the battery like this. And the light has turned red, so we will see how long it takes now to charge. We're back with the Sane Logic chainsaw here, and while this battery charges, we're going to go ahead and load this battery onto the Sane Logic and go do some testing. And so the battery goes on just like this. And it's hard to snap it in with one hand, but there it goes. And then the Sane Logic lock mechanism is pressed. And the chainsaw works just like that. Now we will go test this thing and see what it can do. All right, we have finished with the Sane Logic chainsaw usage, and we placed it right back in its container right there. And now we are just waiting for both the batteries to charge. Actually, we'll put this battery inside with the other one. Sorry, today is an airplane day for whatever reason. And we have one battery on the charger now, and this one waiting to be charged. We'll let you guys know when that is finished and how long it took. Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing and the beautiful 4K production studio you can see all around you right here. And we do have the Sane Logic mini chainsaw, cordless electric 6-inch handheld chainsaw, electric chainsaw for gardening. Great name right in front of you here. And it is the Sane Logic, not the Insane Logic, so don't get that twisted up. And we can see right here and right now that this guy is $79, and there is a 50% off coupon right now. So a good deal right now on the Sane Logic mini chainsaw. Some of the things I did like about it, it was easy to use, and it was still charging after about an hour on a battery, so I don't know how long the charging will take. Not a big deal though, because they give you 2 batteries, so it doesn't really matter. And you can see right here, this thing has a 4.5 review, and there's some pictures right here of it. And the only thing that I did not like about it was the gloves. The gloves are just like cloth gloves, like you would use, like, you know, if you were cold. They're not the type of gloves for like that would protect your hands from anything, so they probably need to change those gloves out if they really want to sell a lot of these. But you can see it comes with almost everything you need and then some. It actually comes with a extra chain, it comes with the gloves, it comes with protective safety goggles, 2 batteries, it is 21 volts, and I think there's not much more you can say about the Sane Logic other than I highly recommend it. And it does have some good reviews right here on Amazon. You can see it's up at a 4.5 star, and I have not produced my review yet, but I plan on doing that soon. So please go check out the Sane Logic mini chainsaw. Go ahead and purchase one from the link in the description of the video. It'll be down below. Also, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I appreciate everything you guys do. And when you buy things from Amazon, anything, you don't have to buy this exact chainsaw, but if you buy anything from Amazon, please click through one of our links. It helps the channel greatly because I do get a small commission on that. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys soon on Supercar Street Racing. Bubba, why do you sit with your arm hanging off there, like you're all posing because you're on YouTube and you're the most famous cat on YouTube?
Why are you trying to be all dominant? You trying to be dominant, Bubba.
Look at this leg hanging off.
Just because you got
just one leg.
Ski, the ding around there. Bring it down, unleash your power to see. Ski, the ding around there. Bring it down, unleash your power to see.
Very dirty. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had a great Memorial Day. And today we have something special that we're going to take a look at. I'm really excited about this because I don't have any of this particular product, but I love Govee. Govee is probably one of my favorite companies in the world. Their lighting is amazing. They have all kinds of different solutions for different types of LED colored lights and normal lighting. And today we are taking a look at replacing the light bulb that is in a lamp on the patio here. Now, what is on the lamp already is an old school color changing light bulb, and it uses an RF remote to change the colors. We're going to be upgrading that today to a Wi-Fi enabled smart bulb from Govee. We have it right here in the package, so let's take a look and see at what we got here. All right, so here is the unopened Govee smart LED light bulb. So what I like most about Govee is the fact that you can take these bulbs and you can basically use them all with the single Govee Home app. So I buy mostly exclusively Govee products now. Now this is an 800 lumen bulb, which is pretty bright. Says it uses $1.08 a year in energy, which is almost none. And if you run it for 3 hours a day, it'll last you 13.7 years. The model number is the H6008, and it is an E26, which is just a standard Edison bulb. It uses 9 watts of total power. Again, this works with Google, IFTTT, the Govee Home app, and of course with Alexa. So let's go ahead and take this guy out of the box and see what we got here. Traditionally, these are pretty easy to set up. Here we are on the tablet recording now. So we are going to first turn on our patio lights with our Alexa plug. Alexa will do that for us because we have a smart plug. Actually, I'm just going to flip the switch since I'm right here. So that turns on these patio lights and this guy, which is now on and warm white. So it did come on warm white. I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but let's get to our app here. So we go into the Govee Home app. My other LEDs you'll see here. Let's see. Welcome to Govee Home. No devices found. Interesting. I'm not logged in. Okay. I'll have to edit this part out, obviously. Alright, so here we are logged into the Govee Home app. And you can see here my devices. Bluetooth is off, so let's turn Bluetooth on my tablet. We are on now. To add a device, you click the plus, so I'm clicking it now. And then you have to know which light you are adding. So let's see, indoor lighting. So we have the H6008, so we pick that on the tablet. It's one without the bulb. It doesn't have a bulb symbol, it just has a G. So it's found the bulb. Here it is, H6008. So we click on it. It's connecting via Bluetooth. I love how it came up warm white. So let's call this, so we get to name it, Patio LED bulb? Or how about patio LED lamp bulb? That's good for now. We click done. Now it's looking for Wi-Fi. Now don't forget I have multiple Wi-Fi, so I'm going to join one that is closer. That's interesting. It doesn't see all my Wi-Fi. Oh, okay, there it is. So we're going to join this 2.4E. There we go. Bulb seems to be connecting to Wi-Fi now. Said the signal is strong, even though that's in the front of the house. That's interesting. And let's see if we have the ability to upgrade the firmware. There's usually a firmware light. Let's see, firmware version 1. Yeah, there's no place to... There must not need a firmware update. Usually it shows the firmware update right here next to the little bulb. But as you guys can see up here, it is white. And you can do scenes and color wheel. So if we go to scene, we can do the same ones that we have on our bulbs for our smart mirrors. And there we go. You can't see it, but it is running colors now. So that is basically it. You can also sync up multiple devices. Like you can have, that's a different color there. You guys can't see it, but it's a bluish color now. I don't know how much of that you guys can actually see. But yes, I can change it here in the app, and you're seeing that live as I do it. So then if you have like devices, you can actually pair them all. And you can make them do the same exact colors. So that is the, I thought that was falling. That is the Govee Smart Bulb. The Govee H6008 Smart Bulb, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little review and setup of this device. And I hope you guys have a good day. Guys, welcome back, and you are here once again in the SCSR beautiful bathroom that was remodeled not too long ago. And right in front of us here today, we are taking another look, yet another look at some different types of on shoes. And today we have the Cloud Go Wide in size 9 male on Supercar Street Racing. Back in the Supercar Street Racing awesome bathroom, and sitting right here on top of this beautiful vanity are the Cloud Go Wides, and these are in the color black and shale. Now these are last year's models, so these are on clearance, so you can pick them up pretty cheap right now. They are about 20% off of their normal price, and all of the last year's models you can get on sale if they do have your size. One of the problems is though that usually my size is not available, so I have been buying these up as I can. But as of right now, these are the Cloud Go Wides for me, and I have not opened them yet, but we're going to do that next, so let's go. Right on top of here is the On logo, which I call the chicken, because to me it looks like a chicken with a beak up in the air. But it is an On, not a chicken, and inside of this box there better not be any chickens, because today we are going to be unboxing the On Cloud Go Wide in size 9 male. And I do need wide shoes. I haven't had issues with any On shoes yet not being wide enough. These are going to be extra wide, which is what I usually buy in my ASICs for doing actual exercise. My On shoes are not for exercise. These are only for fashion. And let's turn this box around and see what the box looks like on the other side. And there we have the chicken logo again. And a reminder, these boxes are all environmental friendly. They are all made of recycle. The Cloud Go Wide's looking so fresh inside this box, I would almost guarantee it. So let's go ahead and open this guy. And inside we always find the on promise here about the 100% recycled cardboard right there. And only water-based inks, no oil-based inks as well, which is better for the environment. And then we have some recycled paper right here with the On Chicken logo all around it. And then we just go and open it just like this. And there is the On, looking so fresh. The Cloud Go Wides, and that is in color black and shale. There weren't many left, and I thought this might be cool, so I went ahead and ordered black and shale Cloud Go Wides. The Cloud Go Wides looking so good in front of you guys today, and that's a little bit what they look like. Now let's get them out of the box here. And then inside of them, they do come with a protective shoe condom that keeps them from losing their shape in the box, keeps them fresh in shipping. We'll go ahead and pull that out of the left shoe. And go ahead and unbox the right shoe for you. And pull off the protective shoe, interior shoe condom for you guys. Which it is very stuck. Very stuck. All right, yeah, got it. Now we see a good look at the Cloud Go Wides. And you can see on the side right here the Cloud Tech logo. And that is the first look at these. And next we take an in-depth look all the way around the Cloud Go. Starting at the front of the Cloud Go, we can see the On logo in a silverish white, right on top of the black, and this is kind of a rubberish black right here. And then on the front they have the On logo again right there in black, which connects to the bottom of the rubber on the soles. And then right here they've got the Cloud Go logo on the top that runs right underneath the laces. And this is kind of cool. It has another lace up front here. So the front lace is way further up than these laces. And then here's the black breathable material on the sides. Good look at the side. You do see these holes in the bottom of the sole and the On logo again in like a silverish. It might even match the color. It's a little bit more white than the actual shale color. And then moving towards the back, we've got these fashionable stripes that run both right here and right here. And then they go all the way and continue around the back here and repeat the same pattern on the other side. And on the back there is just a slice up the middle right there from the bottom of the sole that heads up to the top of the shoe. And a good look right there at the top. Checking out the sole, the bottom of the Cloud Go Wide shoes. You can see they're wide right here is why they call them wide. They're size wide. But on the bottom, they've got a pretty fashionable mix of the black rubber and the actual shale colored rubber there that continues all the way from one side to the other. And then they have the On logo right in the center in the channel that runs all the way from the front all the way to the back. Not sure what the purpose of that channel actually is, but we'll take a look at that online and see if they do mention what that is about. Right down below me in size 9 are the Cloud Go Wides, and you can see I am wearing my ASICs. These are my everyday exercise shoes, so I had them on from my treadmill session this morning out there in the Supercar Street Racing sunroom. And now we are going to take off these ASICs and give these Cloud Go's a fitment try. Now I do have pretty bad feet. I have pretty bad bunions and I have flat feet. So I'd rather not show my feet, but I will do it for this. And this is the whole point of having a wide shoe. And you can see those go on nicely, and they are extremely comfortable shoes already. I have some Pumas that I put on and they almost kill me, and I had to manually stretch them. But you can see right here with the low-cut ankle white socks on, they look absolutely cool. The Cloud Go. They feel awesome, and next we'll take them for a little spin and see how they feel in action. All right, we got the Cloud Goes on, and immediately I noticed towards the back of the shoe there is a dip down, because that's the way the shoes are designed. They roll towards the back. As far as comfort goes, especially on the issues I have with my bunions on the side, no problems at all with that. No problems whatsoever. And they are very extremely comfortable. They're actually more comfortable than these ASICs that I just took off right here. Those ASICs are about $45 shoes. These are $150 shoes if you pay full price for them. Very, very much different price point there. And these are extremely comfortable. And that's the treadmill I usually get on in the morning. But I do wear my ASICs on the treadmill. I will not be wearing the ONs. I guess I could try them, but I am pretty comfortable on the treadmill with my ASICs. But after walking in these for a good couple of minutes, they don't even feel that they will need a break-in. They just feel like very comfortable and ready to go. And I'm sure that you guys would love these if you get them, because I actually love them already. So let's throw them in the Supercar Street Racing studio closet and add them to the collection. Back inside the Supercar Street Racing closet, and you can see here the On collection is actually full. The only way we can add more to this is to take these hucks and take them down and put them here, or we have space over here with the other boat shoes. Plenty of space right here. So that leaves us space now for the ONs over here, so we can increase the On foot collection. Let's go ahead and remove these guys and get them added to the collection. That means we are only 2 pairs short from filling up 3 shelves. And there we have the On shoe collection. There are 7 pairs right here, and then my flip-flops up on the top. And then over here on this side, we have the Puma collection. All Puma shoes, except for these are Guess. But all the rest are Pumas there. And now let's take it back to the 4K production studio and see what Brad has going on in there with these On Cloud Go shoes. Hey guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing once again. It's going to be a little noisy today. I've got roofers up on the roof right now, so bear with me as we hear some sounds from outside. But we're taking a look at the On Cloud Go wide shoes you just saw there in the Supercar Street Racing closet, and I have them up here on the screen right now. And those guys are actually $149.99. I got them on clearance for much cheaper, but those are $149.99. There will be a link in the description. I love these shoes so much. Just On shoes in general, I like a lot. So these are pretty cool looking, and I did get to walk around in them for quite a long time, and they are super comfortable. Now, when you go onto the On website, I'm gonna show you guys how to do this, and there will be a link in the description, of course, to buy these. But when you go onto men's here, and you go on last season, we can just click on shoes. And I could not find them on the clearance section anymore, but I will try one more time here, because that's where I did buy them. Here are all the ones that are on sale right now. And when you go into these, make sure that you check if they have your size. If they don't, it won't allow you to even check the actual shoe. Like for instance, this Cloud 5 Ready. If I go in here, these are reduced by 20%, but if I hit my size, they do have my size in that. So that's what you have to make sure of when you buy their last season shoes, that your size is available. And taking a look on Amazon, Cloud 5. I'm just going to put it in cloud shoes here. And there are all of the on cloud shoes right there on Amazon. And I will put a link in the description for these guys. And please buy through our affiliate links and like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out greatly when you do that. And you don't even have to buy what is in the description. You can buy anything you want if you click on that link, and it gives us just a little bit of money. Get your on shoes. They're awesome. I have about 10 pairs now and I love them. And we'll see you guys later, because peace out. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here. And this morning, monetization has disappeared from YouTube completely. It's not available on the actual page. As you can see right here, it would show my revenue, which is abysmal, but there is some revenue coming in from my channel. I do put a lot of work into it. However, it is gone. As you can see right here, it would usually show your money there, and it has nothing there. If you check on YouTube Studio, it's also gone, which leads me to my next thing here. So YouTube does everything possible to make sure that you don't earn revenue on videos. I'll give you some examples. First of all, monetization is turned off by default on all videos, including shorts. Now, you usually take the shorts with your phone, right? So you would think that you could turn that on with YouTube Studio. It's not available anywhere in YouTube Studio. You have to either trick this app, and actually YouTube app, by logging onto a web browser, and it has to be in desktop mode in order to get to the studio part of YouTube, which is where I am right now on this page. Or, well, really, that's it. You have to be on a PC and log into the actual desktop site to turn on monetization. So let's say that you're on a trip and you're gone for 6 months and you don't have access to a PC. Well, you either have to delete YouTube Studio completely, because when you install YouTube Studio, it associates the studio link in the web browser with YouTube Studio app. So you can't get to the desktop part of YouTube either to go in and turn on monetization. It's super annoying. You have to, every single video, you have to go set a rating. So you have to tell it if the video contains certain things that YouTube has an issue with. So they make it very difficult for you to make money. It also doesn't pay very much. In order to really earn on YouTube, you have to be making, you need hundreds of thousands of video hits. 1,000 here and there will not get you any money. You might get $1 or $2 a month. Now you can also earn money on AdSense and things like that. And also Amazon, I earn money from people clicking through my links. So yeah, so I will show you here that monetization is gone. You don't see any money here. If you go to my content, there's no monetization tab available there. If you go into the monetization link, it just says the actual whole settings. It says set up in progress. So something is broken today on YouTube. Not surprised, but as of now, we can't do any monetization on our YouTube videos. Guys, all you can do, also, if you go in to try to chat with a rep, it always says all specialists are busy. Please try again later. So I will put some screenshots up during this video of the monetization stuff missing, and then hopefully they get this fixed soon. I know a lot of people are probably emailing and calling them. It's probably a bug in their code. It's not your channel, most likely. If you don't have monetization options, hopefully it'll be back soon. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I wish it wasn't so difficult to try and just pay for basic things with YouTube. I wish I could just make enough money to pay for a new camera or things like that, but unfortunately does not generate that much revenue. Guys, have a great day. As always, thank you for your support, and I look forward to the next video soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I just wanted to give a quick update video and let you guys know that we are live online right now on Supercar Street Racing channel with the studio build. That I kind of wanted to go over everything that I have done in here before I keep working. So stepping back towards the door of the studio, this is kind of what it looks like. It's kind of a mess right now, but as you can see here, we basically have all the wiring done for the speakers. So we're gonna have 7.2 audio. So there's speakers. My main speakers are these Harbinger powered monitors that will go up in that corner and that corner. We have a center channel going there. We have side surround here and side surround there. And then we have the rear surround there and in the other corner. You can also see here that we have HDMIs run for the 50-inch 4K monitor there and the 50-inch 4K monitor there. We also have all of our Cat 6 cabling run. So we have all the Cat 6 going up here to the corner where there will be a switch. We have a Netgear, I think 25 port switch that goes up in that corner, and Ethernet runs here for a television there, and I don't know what I'm putting there yet, probably one I already have. It runs back here for 2 workstations, one there, and it runs to the TV up here. Now I had some issues here with the wall box because I had never done it in foam, and now I understand how to do it a lot better. So I messed that one up completely, but it'll be covered. You won't see it at all. It'll be covered with the wall plate. All right, so yeah, so long story short, 43-inch television here. This power here is for a wall light. So just like a regular, regular old wall light goes there. That's a little bit poking out, but that's okay. It'll be covered too with foam. And this will be a wall light. I still have to do the power for that. I haven't done that yet. That will be power for the Echo Show 15. And I still have to make a mount that comes across here for it. It's going to go right there, Echo Show 15. Down here is the other workstation. And we're going to have HDMI available here. That goes up to this 43-inch TV in case someone wants to have a second monitor, or I want to do a second monitor up here from a workstation. I can do it right there. There's power right there. There's going to be Cat 6 there. Again here, there will be power Cat 6 for that TV. I think I already said that. And up here, this is actually moving. We're going to have a webcam either in that corner or in that corner looking down at the studio all the time so we can go live. And I have all the power pretty much run everywhere. AC unit is going down here at the bottom, right at the very bottom. It is remote controlled, so no big deal. And I want to be able to plug it in right here. So super easy, reach over there, plug in. Futon will go over here. This whole wall will be completely covered. I already started sealing the door up. It is mostly sealed. I foam sealed all the bottoms of the joists down here, all the way across there and all the way across there, and then out here in the rafters. I ran out of clear silicone caulk, but I started sealing all of these joints up here. You can see it's still kind of wet right there, and it did shrink, so I got to fix that. Yeah, all that was caulked in yesterday. I'll probably come back and do a second coat there. And that is it. There will be power down there, but you can see here all my wiring runs down here where the editing PC will be. The editing PC will sit right here in the center with 2 4K monitors and then the 2 50-inch monitors there and there. And we'll have 7.2 surround with a 7.2 home theater receiver. So that is what we have going on now. And by the way, the Harbingers are powered. So I ran RCA cables up from the preamp. It's going to hit the preamp output on the receiver to run the front speakers that are powered. And they will actually be hanging from these corners up here with chains and bicycle hooks. This power is for the Harbinger to be powered, and that power up there is for the Harbinger to be powered. Now all I have to do is finish a lot of power work, a lot of no fun cutting of drywall because it's very hard to cut. I don't have the right tools or a nice big long straight edge. I really need to go buy like a drywall T-square super long one, because that was, this cut right here, I got lucky because it's on the ground and it'll be covered up. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. So the plan is for the walls is going to be foam sound insulating tile. Now, yes, I know that this stuff is cheap and it doesn't really insulate sound, but I like the look. And so as soon as the roof gets on, we will start right here on the side and start laying foam tile all the way up against the ceiling, all the way across in one pattern. You know, like we'll start with this pattern and then we'll, on the next row, we'll go up and down like that. And notice it's going to cover the whole wall. It'll be glued on. And then when we get up to these switches, we just literally cut around them or either cut holes in the actual foam. But it looks like we'll be able to just cut around the switches. It'll be pretty easy. These cut with scissors. So that'll be the whole entire studio will be covered with these foam sound tiles, including the ceiling. And that is it. I have ordered a bunch of these already and I wanted to see if they were going to work out, and we're going to add them to the wall with this Super 3M multi-purpose adhesive once all the foam board gets up. So we're attaching the foam board directly to the studs and the ceiling joists, and that is how we are doing the wall covering. And I have been working through electrical because of course now we have wall boxes that are some of them are inset because I did the power ahead of time. So when you put the wall board in, your electrical outlets are too far back. So I have an electrical outlet extension kit that has little extension screws and everything you need to pull the wall outlet out just like that. That one is actually on extensions. And then I used this box here for Ethernet. So that is a, I think that's called an old work. I can never remember the difference, but this is the one that kind of bolts and clamps to. This clamping to the foam just fine, but that one I really messed up because I didn't cut the hole big enough and I didn't have a template. I have a nice template for these guys. So that is going to do it. We are live streaming on supercarstreetracing.com, so make sure, not .com, Supercar Street Racing YouTube channel. Make sure you're watching the build live here with us on the channel. There's some nice music playing in the background. And I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and we will see you guys soon with another update. And we will be moving into the studio within a couple of weeks. All right, this dude cooked his brisket, and you guys don't know how to make it at all. What'd you do? What's so special about it?
I cooked it. Long and slow.
All right, let's see the first cut. We only got 5 seconds. Let's go. Yeah, look at that thing, so juicy and great. That smart mirror peel is so good. The peel satisfaction on the smart mirror is so good in your life. That peel sat on the smart mirror. We got the smart mirror and we got the peel satisfaction. We got the peel sat on the smart mirror. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Supercar Street Racing. I'm Brad, and what we are looking at today is part 4 of the golf cart audio install, and I am going to insert some clips over that to kind of explain what's going on in the clip this time, because there's not a lot of dialogue. It's just me working, and I didn't give a good explanation of it. So you'll see that now on Supercar Street Racing. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today, as you can see here, we're going to be working on the golf cart audio system again, and we are doing some electrical wiring. Now this clip you're seeing here is me working in the battery tray, and there are lead acid batteries in that tray that provide 48 volts to the golf cart systems. In order to run the amplifier and everything for the car audio, we want to bring that down to 12 volts. We do have a 12 volt voltage reducer, and this master switch that I am installing is going to drop that 12 volts down to, that 48 volts down to the 12 volts that we need to run the audio system. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, we got the power switch in, and now we're going to do some more work on power and things like that. right here, what you're looking at on the screen now is my Blaupunkt Epicenter. Comes with a remote control for the base knob, and it has a little LED on it. Well, I was going to put this in the dash, but I decided to put it in the back because you really don't adjust it that much. I mean, it would look cool in the dash and all that, but I decided to put it right behind me. I could reach back and adjust it if I ever need to. So what I did was I removed the Epicenter volume control from the actual metal mounting plate, and I removed the LED from that as well. And now I am soldering the LED back to the wire. I made like a longer wire to connect the LED to the little circuit board, and I'm soldering that, drilling the hole for the LED, and mounting this stuff in the back of the golf cart. Alright, I'm going to install these bus bars now up front. One for positive, one for negative, so we have a place to actually run wiring. Dude, I can see your wrinkles. You can get so close. And he failed.
All right.
Oh, yes! This is you if you break in. Yes!
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. We are here in the SCSR compound kitchen. And as you look around at this wonderful kitchen, there's some stuff behind me here that we need to talk about. I want to jump on camera real quick and tell you guys hello and thank you for supporting the channel and subscribing and also buying all of your merchandise through any of our affiliate links. Please click on any link in any video and buy your stuff from Amazon. It helps us out greatly. It does give us a $1 or $2, but today in the kitchen we have a different mission. We have something sitting on the SCSR table that has nothing to do with this purple folder, but we do have Boom Sounds as a proud sponsor of Supercar Street Racing, and I am giving these away to a commenter that leaves the best comment in the description of why Boom Sounds is the best name ever created for earbuds. And right behind me on the table right here, you do see the Boom Sounds sitting so fresh and so fly and ready to be opened by Supercar Street Racing and reviewed for you guys. So why don't we get to business here? Let's get this opened up. Let's check it out. Let's listen to it, pair it to the phone, see what it sounds like on Supercar Street Racing. Let's go. Guys, we're in the SCSR compound kitchen right now where all the eating takes place, and we do have a new product for you today that is sponsored, RST-T30 earbuds right here for you guys to check out. So the good part is I am going to be giving these away to the best comment in the description. Whoever leaves the best comment, free earbuds for you. So go down below and comment why the name Boom Sound is the best name ever created for earbuds. And right across the street, don't pay attention to my neighbors who are outside, but the Boom Sounds RST-T90, I might have said that wrong earlier, RST-T90s are right here in front of me. Noise canceling wireless earbuds, sponsored. There will be a link in the description to the Boom Sounds, but for right now, our primary goal, get these RST-T90s unboxed, see what's inside of them, get them paired to the phone, and go ahead and see if they actually do what they say they do. Let's get the RST-T90s out of the box now on Supercar Street Racing. Directly in front of me are some little tiny pieces of a log which have nothing to do with these Boom Sounds RST-T90 noise canceling wireless earbuds that we were so graciously donated by the company as a sponsor for Supercar Street Racing. So today we take a look at the box here. There is a manual here. You can go ahead and scan that right now if you want to, so you can download it with your own phone. And right in front of me, it does show a picture of the charging case and the headphones right there. And it says that they are noise canceling and wireless earbuds for your ear holes. And right here, it does say that they have different ear tips, large, medium, and small. I'm assuming all those are actually in the package. And then on the back of the box, it does have the specifications. It has their Bluetooth version, their supported protocols, their transmitter distance, and all of the delicious good stuff about the RST-T90 Boom Sounds headphones is located right on the back. And right on the side of the box here, it does say that it has an environment noise canceling feature. It has a dual mode, I guess that pertains to music and or voice. It has a voice assistant. They are wireless, of course. It has 6 hours of battery life, it says right there. There is a multi-function button on the device, easy pairing, and then also sweat proof. So for those of you who sweat a lot, you'll be happy to know that these are sweat proof. And that rounds out the side of the box. And on the top of the RST-T90s, Red Star Tech has graciously put their logo right there and put their Boom Sounds name right there along with the model numbers for you guys to see again. But that's a good look at the box. And the next step just really has to be to get these things unboxed and see what they're all about and possibly even charge them. Right in front of me in the SCSR compound kitchen, and also directly in front of me are the Boom Sounds RST T90s that Boom Sounds, and they're not really Boom Sounds, it's Red Star Tech, but Boom Sounds is the best name of any product ever. And so let's go ahead and use the patented SCSR scissors to get the Boom Sounds opened up so we can see what's inside. And the first thing we have is the plastic condom, and I'm giving these away to the best comment about why Boom Sounds is the best name for any product in the world, especially earbuds. And it does have two protective plastic-ish condoms on both ends. All right, inside of the box here of the Boom Sounds from Red Star Tech, we do see a case here that looks like it's probably for charging. And yes, there is a USB Type-C on the back, and everyone is moving to USB Type-C as the standard, so it's good to see a USB Type-C on the back. And it does open up just like that, and inside of that little enclosure you can see the actual earbuds right here sitting so fresh and so fly, and they just kind of push down into the actual charging case there. And then over here on this side we have something, yet another short USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable to add to my arsenal of ridiculousness. And then over here we have different sizes of the headphone ear filler things for your head. If you have weird or different types of ear holes, you put these guys in there, and that is it. Underneath that we have a little user manual. Now let's see what this says real quick. All right, taking a deep dive into the user manual here for the Red Star Tech Boom Sounds earbuds. The first page just shows you their Facebook, their X profile, their Instagram, and their email support. And then there's an accessory list here. This comes with the actual charging case, the earbuds, and then a USB charging cable, and some extra tips for different size ear holes like this one. And then down below that you can see it is compatible with the Android smartphone and iPhone. It is compatible with laptops and tablets. So it does support both iPhone and Android. And it shows you how to operate the different modes on the actual device. There's a call mode and a music mode, and to change the mode, you follow these instructions right here. And there is a Google Assistant or Siri option right here. Okay, the last page of the manual just does have specifications about Bluetooth earbuds here, and then it has instructions on getting started, how to power it off and on, how to pair it, and then also reconnecting the earbuds and other things like that. You can go ahead and check out what you're going to have to do to get started with your new earbuds. All right, so the last page does just have a reward. They're giving you a reward on your next purchase for buying the Red Star Tech Boom Sounds RST T90s. So go to the back page of the manual when you get your Red Star Tech headphones here, and go ahead and get your reward so that if you want to order another pair for someone else, you can do that. All you have to do is simply scan the QR code on the back page and go ahead and get a reward for your next set of headphones or any purchases in the future that you wish to do with Red Star Tech. Okay, we are over here at the Cam Duck, right here, the Cam Duck. All we have to do right here and right now is plug in the Red Star Tech. And looky here, we already have a USB Type-A to USB Type-C plugged into the Cam Duck. And right here on the bottom of our earbud container, there's a little USB Type-C thing to plug into. Let's go ahead and get that plugged in now. All right, guys, we are out in the supercar street racing sunroom, as you can see right here. And I just got done with my workout using the Red Star Tech earbuds. When I turned them on, they were beeping, and I read on the manual that that may be related to a command that was issued wrong to the earbuds. Now, they do have a button on the side that controls music and things like that when you want to use them with a device that plays music, so you can change the tracks and change the volumes, etc. I was personally using them for my TV here. You can see I still have them in right now, and I did my whole workout with the Red Star Techs. And what I can say about them is they have decent sound quality for the price, and also they do have noise canceling. I couldn't notice it that much on the treadmill, but it did block out a lot of the sound around me just simply by being earphones and plugging my ear up. So I spent about 30 minutes with the Red Star Tech earbuds, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with them. As long as you pay attention to the manual and what it says with all the directions and how to operate the multifunction button, which is located on the side of the earbuds, you should be good to go. There isn't a ton of bass, but adding an equalizer to the music should help with that part as well. And the Red Star Techs do come in this nice case here that form fits to the device and also has a magnet in it. So when you put the Red Star Tech earbuds down, it does kind of suck them down into the case, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to the Red Star Tech earbuds in the description of the video. And if you would like to check these out, go ahead and click through my links to order anything from Amazon, but especially these. If you want your own pair of Red Star Tech headphones, go down into the link in the description. And while you're at it, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe button for Supercar Street Racing, it helps us out greatly with a few dollars here and there to keep the channel going. And we're so happy to have you as a new viewer or an old viewer if you came back to check us out again. Guys, that's gonna do it for Supercar Street Racing today. Hope you enjoyed the video about the Red Star Tech earbuds, and we'll see you guys on the next one. I gotta go lift weights. All right, we got the alien, we got the mirror, we got the alien, we got the mirror, and we got the peel satisfaction. That peel sat is so good in your life. You love the peel sat. And then look at this. Look how good it peels with the alien and the pure satisfaction. Hey guys, Supercar Street Racing back again out in the garage with the mini bike here. And today we are going to start on the refurbish process and also some more disassembly of the handlebars and front forks and everything. But the first thing we're going to do right here, right now, is go ahead and start sanding down these two items right here and get them on the paint block here and get them start painted. So stay tuned, that's happening today on Supercar Street Racing. All right, got my sanding block here ready. Guys, we got everything nice and prepped up now. Banged out all the dents. And it's time to degloss everything now. Got the gas tank here. Just getting all the stickers off of it now. I got to mask off this one little place on the tank right here. We got the chain guard here. I'm going to try something a little different here on the kick guard. Back in the garage here, we're going to start disassembling these handlebars if we can figure out how.